name should be Nissan Chennai. Okay, so here that I'll just give the description. Okay, maybe I can use the same description. Say okay, select it, go with the details. Okay, so here you see in the address information there is still something which is not correct. I'll just go to address details to maintain it properly. Okay, so here once you go there, okay, so here I will be changing the name once again properly. Okay, once again street, all these things you maintain it properly. Postal code, in India it's a 6-character key, so I'm entering. This may not be the right Chennai postal code, but it's a 6-character key. That's what is important here. And then country India, then the time zone, it is India time zone, which is GMT plus 5:30. You maintain even this one also. Oops. Yeah, so this is the one. And the language that you require, which is English for us. And then apart from this, if you want to maintain telephone number, fax number, email ID, etc., you can maintain it here. And finally then you say save. Once you have done this, you can just go with save, right? So all these things will get saved in Nissan changes. Now here is an interview question. Okay, the question is, what data do you maintain for defining the plant? Okay, so here you will have some 4-5 answers for this. Okay, that is, as you have seen, what data do you maintain? Basically the ID and description, and then the address information. Okay, let me put it over here. Do you want me to write the details here, or how would you prefer? Or probably the question and answers which I may give, they may contain the answers. Okay, ID, I would say name and description. Okay, so this is what you can give. Name, I would say address, name and a description, and of course address. Okay, there is something called tax jurisdiction code. This also needs to be maintained, right? And there is something called factory calendar which you need to maintain, right? So these are the things that you will be entering in the plant.
Definitely.
Yes. Okay, so I have now created my own plant. Let me go and create another plant which is for Pune. So I will be copying once again. This time also I'll go to copy.
Sir,
Yes,
sir, I have a question. In real time, we cannot copy the plan code, right? So how can we create manually?
Who told you that you cannot copy the plant in real time?
Because in real time, because we cannot copy from the existed, from the default, right? Default plan.
No, Pavitra.
It can be different.
No. It's always when you buy a fresh licensing server, like I told you earlier, you will have this 0001 company code, 0001 plant, 0001 storage location, 0001 purchase organization. Everything will be there. Nobody, if he is an experienced consultant, it is always recommended that do not make change to the standard company code, standard plan. You take that as a reference and create your own. That is the best practice recommended by SAP. So in real time also, we always copy from 0001 and create. Okay, so I don't know whether I shared with you or not. For the current company which I work now, we will have almost 10 requests to set up new company codes per month. At least 5 to 10 company codes per month. Even yesterday also I received an email from one of our release lead. I can show you. Just give me a moment. I don't know why my system is very, very slow today. You see here, like this I always used to get mails. Companies with modules in WRP, of course WRP is our live system. You see here, these are the company codes that we set up in the last month. Okay, so like this we always receive the request to set up new company codes, at least 5 to 10 company codes a month. So whenever we receive a request like this, we always copy from 0001. So in case if you are under impression that we will not be able to copy from copy in the live system or in the real-time environment, your assumption is wrong, Pavitra. So that's the recommendation. You have to follow that.
Okay, sir. So can we create manually also instead
Of,
of copying?
of course, yes, pretty much. You can very well manually create it, but like I said, when you create a plant, okay, by copying, I told you the data will get stored into multiple tables. Okay, let me complete this activity and then I will show you what is the problem in manually creating it. Okay, just give me one moment.
Okay, sir.
uh,
Yeah, sure.
what is the plant that we have just created? 77C. Now I refer 77C and then go and create 77P, which is Pune plant, because I know that 77C is created properly because which is being referring to 0001. So in a way my 777P is also referring to 0001. So therefore I assume my 777P will be absolutely fine. Just give me 3 minutes. Let me complete this activity and then I want to show you what tables will get updated when you create a plant, so that you will understand it easily. Okay, so Nissan changes. Okay, completed activity, that's fine, right? Once again I'll go with the define plant. So this time it is 77P, that's the new one which is created. So it's not Chennai plant, so it's Pune plant. Okay, so I'll maintain it as something like this. Okay, so it is Pune. Control C, go to address. Okay, so here also I will replace this with Pune. Rest of the things are same, right? Because I have not given any telephone number or email ID, so therefore I need not have to change rest of the things. Okay, in case if you want to change this thing, put something as something like this. Rest of the things are common. Okay, now I go and save it.
Here city Chennai has not changed.
అవుతుందండి, చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. అయిందండి.
అయింది సార్.
Yeah. Okay, Now, Pavitra, to answer your question, you see here, you asked me, can I go and create a plant manually without copying? You just go like this, define plant. Okay. So here, you simply go
Okay.
with new entries, right? So you enter whatever you want. For example, 77Z, right? Say, for example, Nissan. I would just use it as something called
MM.
test plant. Sorry. Okay, so you enter it like this, go to this place. Okay, so maintain it as, you need not have to specify anything here, something like this, like this. Okay, so you enter some street number, okay, or something like ST1, okay, house number 1, postal code, some postal code, okay, city, let's say Hyderabad, just like this. Okay, you can go and create it like this also. Okay, I just go and create it, something like this. Now you see this plant is created. Now if I go, I'll show you there is a table SE16, or yeah, so let me go to, there's a transaction code, what we call it as SE16, which is being used to see the data of the tables. Okay, all the tables of plant will get start with T001W, right? So it means I'm asking the system, you bring all the tables which is starting with T001W. Now you see how many tables will come. You see here there are so many things. See how many tables are there. Not many tables, right? So I do not know, if I create manually, I do not know whether there will be entry in all these tables for my 777Z. But if I go with copy, I can say with 100% assurance that all these relevant tables would have updated with my plant. That's the reason I'm telling you that's the best practice recommended by SAP.
Okay, sir.
Are you getting my point, Pavitra?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Understood. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Because you can go
It's clear
manually,
now.
you can go manually, no problem. As and when you have a problem, you have to resolve it. That is time taking process. But instead of that, if you follow the best practice, which is copying, all these plant relevant tables will get updated in a single shot. That's the reason, in the status bar, a timer icon is rotating with say 10% copied, 15% copied. That is only, these are the tables which is, system is identifying, and then trying to pull that 0001 entry. Along with 0001 entry, it is again creating a new entry with 777C or 777P. That's the reason you have to copy it in order to ensure that you have not missed any table entries. Okay, so I have now created two plants. Of course, I am not using the 77Z, so I will be deleting this entry. Okay, so now once defined plant, if you want to define location, you can define location also. And if you want to define what you call this copy check division, this division is only meant for sales and distribution module, nothing to do with MM module. Okay, so let me just go and define division also. Okay, so let me just go and define even all these things, whether they are required for MM module or not. Let me just go and complete it quickly. So because these are not our own MM related stuff, so I'll just go a little quickly. You see here, select this one, go with copy as. What's your plant? 77C. Okay. Location, I would just go with 777. Okay.
Nissan India.
I will specify 77C, location 777. Okay, so I would say simply location. These are not required only, but still I'm just giving it. Save it. Back. Then you go with copy, delete, check, division. Division is part, a subset within the sales organization, or I would say division is subset in the sales organization. So I'll just go with copy from, again it's the same way. So if you go and copy like this, future issues can be avoided.
Uh, Sir, location means the place where the plant located.
No, location is something which is being used in the sales and distribution. I would say location is within the plant. It's not the plant, it's not the place where the plant is located. Okay, so from division, let me choose, let's say this one. I'll go with 77. It's a 2-character key. Okay, do we really want to transport numbers? No. Okay, you save this. All right. So once you come back here, then you go with the define division. Look for your 77. So here you change it as division for Nissan sales or okay, no problem. Let's keep this way. Okay, you save it. Back once again. Close this. So with this you have completed the settings in the logistics general, and now let me go into sales and distribution. Here I will be defining 3 things: sales organization, distribution channel, sales office and sales group. These are fairly quick. Let me just go and define it completely. Copy, delete, check sales organization. I will go from again copy option 0001. I refer it and then create it as 777. I'm not expecting this to take this much time. 0001 777. Okay, it says number, range and addresses. You wanted to copy it. No, I don't want, so go okay. Okay, you go and save it. I'll just create only one sales organization. Okay, so go to define sales organization now and make amendments, that is the name, address, description, etc. 777. Okay, sales organization, I would say Nissan. Okay, details, Nissan sales org. Okay, control V. Okay, you use some street number 34. Okay, so you give some postal code, let me put it as Chennai, country India, okay, and here it is India, okay, and then language English, then telephone number 040 something. Okay, if you want to keep it, you can keep it, or else just keep it off. And then remove this region. Let's save it. Okay, my sales organization is now created. I'll just go back. Then I'll go and create distribution channel. Okay, so once again, let me just go and copy distribution channel. I would say distribution channel 10 or something like that, or direct sales. Okay, once again, I'll choose 77 as my distribution. Okay, 77 already exists. Go on to organic computer, no. Okay, I would go with 7C, means distribution channel for the 7D. Let me put it as 7D. Okay, distribution channel for Nissan. Okay, I don't want the number range. Save it. Okay, just go back. Define distribution channel, where you go and amend your changes. That is 7D. You see here, I would say distribution channel DC for Nissan. I'll go and save it. Okay, once you are done with it, come back, close this one, maintain sales office and sales group. I'll just go and create one sales office. Sales offices are like, north sales office, south sales office, something like that. So I'll just go and create one sales office for your Nissan group. Okay, so once again, 77 sales office, Southern goods. Okay, let me put it this way. Sales office, Southern region. Okay, South region. Okay, sales office, Southern region. Let me put it this way. Nissan sales office, okay, something like this. Put it here.
SOUTHERN.
Sorry?
SOUTHERN. SOU. అక్కడ యూ పెట్టేసి పక్కన హెచ్ పక్కన ఈ తీసేది సార్, ఆర్ పక్కన ఈ తీసేది. రైట్.
Okay, sir. Right. Okay, I would say district Chennai, something like this. Chennai, country IN, language English. Okay, so you remove this and then you go ahead and save this. The use of 5 characters in field name 1 is restricted 39 to 40. That's okay. Save it. Nissan changes. Okay, and then sales group. You have to create one sales group. It's a 3-character key. So you go and create one sales group, something like this. 777 sales group for okay, so what you call Let me put it as Nissan. Okay. Ideally, you will have different sales groups. One sales group for small car, another sales group for SUVs, so on and so forth. Basically, product-based sales groups would be there in the real sense. Okay. So I have now defined everything from the sales and distribution module perspective. Now let me go to material management perspective. Remember, you will not be defining anything in the sales and distribution module in real time. Your SD consultant will take care of it. Now here, this is your part. Okay, you have defined the plant. Now you will go with storage location. Okay, now let me show you once again the organization structure. See, we have defined this part: distribution channel, sales organization, division, sales office, sales group. These 5 elements have been defined in the sales and distribution section. I have defined plant also. Okay, now you see here storage location and purchasing organization. These are the only 2 organization elements that you create from the MM module perspective, right? So I will be defining these 2 in the MM module. Now you see here storage location. Question here: storage location will always be dependent on plant. Storage location on its own will never exist. Storage location will always be associated with plant. So therefore, while maintaining storage location, you have to give the plant as well. So I have plant 777C. So now I am going to define my storage locations within the plant Chennai, right? So here by default there are 3 plants which are actually copied from my triple